Haka jingpen pau patba ka bapenpar nyangkriat ya baro superintendent ki pulit ka East Khasi Hills uba Vivek im ula pentikina ba Raja Raghuvanshi ula sha Pynïap. Haka Sien Pyrshang ka basaw hadian baki lai teligi jingtmu ki bahaswa ki la pulam no. Ka jingtoket kalala bansay madan ya ki jingin subot ka bakalan ka balasdang nadu nanong ba indur haka ba uba it uraj uday ubala sha kadno kum ukli nong Pynïap. Bat kat ba ka Sonam pat ka badai ka lok Jong Raja kum kanong yaram.
So we've started the interrogation. SIT has started the interrogation today, and this is just the first day of the interrogation. So of the questioning, and yet is much is to be ascertained from by gathering evidence and all that. So we have acquired evidence. What I want to tell you all today is the accused have all admitted to this offence. Sonam has a complicity out here. This whole thing had happened, in fact, right from Indore. After, just before her marriage to Raja, it was hatched, and the mastermind of this is Raj. Sonam played along with this plan, and she was part of this plan. She was also a partner in this plan. The three people, very young people, I think 21 years and 19 years, they were friends among themselves, and one of them is a cousin of Raj. And it was not a kind of a contract killing which they planned. Yes, the plan was to kill, but they did a favor for their friend Raj. And actually, right from the month of February in Indore, they had thought of ways where Sonam would disappear. And probably after disappearing, one instance was make her get washed by a river. Another instance was murder somebody, put her in her scooty, burn that person's body, claim that it is Sonam's. But all these things didn't fructify. And so when Raja and Sonam got married and they came for darshan to Kamakhya, the other group also had come here. In fact, the three people had come much before, a few days before, on the 19th, and they had plans actually to eliminate Raja somewhere in Guwahati. Since it didn't fructify there also, Sonam made the plan actually to come to Shillong and Sora, and that's how this thing panned out, whereby they met in Nongriat, and from Nongriat came out together, and on their way to Vaisaudam, Raja, while all of them were there inside the parking lot, two of the assailants had, all three in fact, one by one, they had hacked him. And she was there, and the body was thrown. Thereafter, this happened about between 2 to 2:18. At about 2:18, they left that place. The raincoat which Sonam was wearing, she had given it to Akash, who had thrown his shirt, which had a blood spurt. Akash, in fact, one of the scooties was driven by Sonam when they left Vaisaudam, and when they reached AV Point, Akash got down in AV Point to throw the raincoat which was given by Sonam because it was blood stained. I think a few days back when we recovered, we were not very sure whether it was stained by blood or some other material. But now we are confirmed that yes, it is blood, and we'll be sending that for forensic. Thereafter, Akash took over the scooty, and Sonam became the pillion rider. Uh, Anand Kurmi drove the bike which Raja and Sonam had hired and left it in Sora Rim. Uh, from there on, just after Lad Mauplang, we are trying to ascertain which place. She boarded a taxi, and Vicky, who's Vishal Chauhan, had given her a burqa which Raj had given it to her, had given to him. She wore this burqa, came to Police Bazaar, took tourist taxi down to Guwahati, and in Guwahati she went to Lokra ISBT. ISBT boarded a bus to Siliguri. Siliguri changed bus. She went to Patna. From Patna took a train or from Patna she took I think a bus to Ara, no? From Ara, and from Ara she took a train to Lucknow. Lucknow she took a bus to Indore. There was one day, I think I can't recall the date. There was one day where the local media here had actually interviewed the guide who had gone down, and the guide had mentioned there were three people, and it was on that day when these people when these people came to know that three people had been identified or actually had been profiled, that Raj told Sonam that better leave Indore and come out somewhere in Siliguri and resurface there as a victim of abduction. But it just so happened that on the 8th, when Sonam was leaving from Indore, the two operational teams from here were in UP and Madhya Pradesh. And when the first arrest was made in UP, somehow Raj got this information that some people had abducted. He was not sure who abducted because our team and the UP team were in civil dress. He came to know that that some abduction had taken place. Not too sure whether it was the police or some other people, but panicked. And when he panicked, he told Sonam, wherever you are, call up your family and say that you've just escaped from an abduction. And that's how this whole thing uh, it came to light in Ghazipur.